Margot GK, the Town Clerk of the Town of Morristown, do hereby state that it is 7:31 on Tuesday, February 17, 2026, and that this regular meeting is being held in Council Chambers, 200 South Street, Morristown, New Jersey. Adequate notice of this meeting was provided according to law by written notice to the Morristown Daily Record, the official newspaper of the Town of Morristown. Notice was also posted on the bulletin board at Town Hall and on the town website, and filed with the office of the Town Clerk of the Town of Morristown. I do further state that I shall enter into the minutes of this meeting a statement that such notice was furnished as particularly described by me in this public announcement. I will take a roll call. Councilwoman Foster.
Here.
Councilman Iannacone.
Here.
Councilwoman Lindsay.
Here.
Councilman Silva is excused this evening. Councilman Umbriak.
Here.
Councilman Russo.
Good evening, everyone. I'm here.
And Council President Polipchuk.
Here.
Mr. President, you have a quorum.
Thank you. I'll ask for a moment of silence. All right, please stand and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right. We'll make a motion to amend the agenda to move the mayor's proclamations and presentations to the next item on the agenda.
Second.
Okay, on that motion, Councilwoman Foster.
Yes.
Councilman Iannacone.
Yes.
Councilwoman Lindsay.
Yes.
Councilman Umbriak.
Yes.
Councilman Russo.
Yes.
And Council President Polipchuk.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Mayor Doherty.
Council President.
Hi, everybody. How we all doing? I want to thank the council president for moving this up. I have an emergency, so right after these proclamations, I have to leave. Hopefully, everything will be fine by the time I get there and get back. But so first, let me bring up our Carmela Saggio. Carmela, where are you at? There you are. Come on up. Then I'll get to Captain after that. I'm over here. So this is a employee recognition presented to Carmela Saggio, Morristown's Recreation Program Coordinator. She's done an outstanding job for our community and for recreation, and she was recognized, and I want to read it into the record. So we really appreciate everything you do. Okay?
Yes.
All right. So on behalf of the town of Morristown, it is my great pleasure to extend my congratulations to Carmela Saggio on being selected as a recipient of the Employee of the Year Award by the New Jersey Recreation and Park Association. This distinguished honor is a testament to her dedication, professionalism, and devoted service to the field of recreation leadership. The Employee of the Year Award is reserved for individuals who consistently demonstrate excellence, commitment, and a passion for enhancing the lives of others through recreation, programs, and community engagement. Your selection for this award reflects the meaningful impact you have made within our Recreation Division in the Morristown community. Your Leadership and Recreation Division Program Coordinator exemplifies the very best of public service. Through your hard work, creativity, and commitment to our residents, you have strengthened the programs and opportunities that bring our community together. Morristown is proud of those who serve with such distinction, and especially gratifying to see your efforts recognized in a way that is so well deserved. Please accept my sincere appreciation for all that you do for our community, and my congratulations on this outstanding achievement. Thank you. You want to say anything? Yeah, we'll get a picture with the. You want to get a picture? Somebody else could take the picture. You should be in it too. You hired her.
That's my cousin.
Hello, cousin. Pretty good, right? Really growing the recreation department. Well, Captain, where you at? Yeah, he doesn't like this stuff. But he's still employed at the town of Morristown, and so you kind of got to show up, right? You want to introduce your family that's here?
My father, my mother, and my stepmother.
Okay. Nice, short, sweet. But I'm going to say,
Wrote a little something.
okay, good.
little-
So I'm going to say a few words and then read this. This is a proclamation and a recognition and appreciation of Police Captain Michael Andrisano. But I got to put it on record. So I've been here since I ran my election in 2000. I was here in 2001. You got brought on a few years earlier than that. And the guy that's standing there sitting in the audience is the guy that designed my first campaign that I won on, which is your dad. So not only we owe a great debt of gratitude to your leadership and what you've done for this community, we also owe a debt of gratitude to the man that got me elected as council, and I'm still here 20 years later. So thank you, Mr. Andrisano and Captain Andrisano. I just wanted to put that on the record. I won't say anything more. So I'm going to read this into the record, and then you can give your speech.
It's not a speech, but thank you.
All right. Whereas, on March 1st, 2026, Police Captain Michael Andrisano will enter in retirement after 27 years of distinguished service at the Town of Morristown Bureau of Police. Captain Andrisano was sworn in and began his career as Morristown police officer on January 25th, 1999. Throughout his tenure, he proved to be a dedicated and valued member of the Police Bureau, earning multiple commendations and responding to countless calls for service. He was promoted to the police sergeant in 2011, police lieutenant in 2014, and police captain in 2020. And during his career, Captain Andrisano has been an integral member of our municipal family, and his contributions to the Morristown Police Bureau cannot be overstated. His institutional knowledge of both the town and the Police Bureau is unparalleled, and we proudly recognize and celebrate his many years of professionalism and dedicated service. Now, therefore, I, Timothy P. Doherty, Mayor of the Town of Morristown, do hereby present this proclamation to Michael Andrisano on behalf of our great community. I extend my sincere congratulations on his retirement and wish him continued success in all his future endeavors. Congratulations, Captain.
All right, I'm not going to get emotional. If I do, I'm just going to tap out and walk out. So be prepared for that. It looks like a lot. They're just real big letters and bullets. So I've never been comfortable when things are about me and the attention's on me. So excuse me if this gets a little shaky. Okay. First, I want to give all thanks to God. All right, without God, none of this works. I have a lot of faith, and for the past 27 years, he's kept me safe. And I'll share a few examples of that. I've been in a ton of motor vehicle accidents. For all the officers that are back there, it's okay. You don't get fired for that. I had an incident with a backhoe early on that ran over my foot, and I should have probably lost my foot. Got through that okay. I was hit over the head with a metal cane and got 5 staples for that. And I was on bike patrol during Halloween, and it was right when the town started doing the trick-or-treating up around town. And my sergeant called me over the radio and said, "You got to get up to the green. There's a lot of kids up there." So I'm pedaling my bike through the 7-Eleven parking lot in the crosswalk, and a car makes a right turn coming out of the same parking lot, runs over both of my legs with the bike in between my legs. And the bike was totaled. Now I'm in the crosswalk, didn't get injured. Doctor said, "I have no idea how you didn't get hurt." Chief wrote the crash report and made me at fault. And I was in the crosswalk. We just talked about my institutional knowledge. That doesn't work. I don't know. Just saying. I want to thank my family, my wife, Tony Ann, my daughter Madison, and my son Michael. They're not here, they're in Texas waiting for me. But their support and understanding, especially when I work through the weekends, nights, holidays, and my son's birthday is March 13th, so I missed a bunch of his birthdays doing parade orderings. So, and during my study time, so we're away from our family a lot, and I appreciate their support and love that they've given me over that time. I'd like to thank my father, my mother, and my stepmother for their support. And I'd be remiss if I didn't thank Chief Carol Williams, my first chief, and the late Norman Block, the mayor at the time, for hiring me and having trust and faith in me and allowing me, or giving me the opportunity to work in the town that I was born and raised. That meant a lot, and I appreciate that. And I want to thank my coworkers that are here. They've always been there for me, both on the job and off the job. Whenever I needed something, that's just what we do. So thank you for all of that. I want to thank Chief Richardson and Mayor Doherty. You have to take off.
He's got it.
I appreciate you coming out. His wife needs him right now. And PA Jillian Barrett for giving me the opportunity, supporting me and having faith, and giving me the opportunity to be a part of the Morristown Police Command. It's been my honor and privilege to work alongside all of you. I also have to thank Director Corcoran and Captain Cregan for their help. It's fun doing my job. I love it. And, you know, so in closing, I'd like to say that Morristown's my home. It'll always be my home. I remember as a kid, the feeling I would get when I'd return from a long time away, just feeling like I'm home. You know, I always had that happy feeling coming into Morristown. So this is a special town, it's a special place, and you have to recognize that. And for those of you that I haven't mentioned, and this is just a letter of thanks, I'm really doing this for my family because this is not me. I wrote an email. It took me about a month and many drafts. I'm going to send that out. And I even hope it gets to the town and the residents, because it's all of you that created who I am. And with my faith in God, it's been a great run. So I appreciate it, and thank you.
I knew you would. Congratulations.
Get a picture. Sonny, bring the family up. Get a picture. That's the most all these years I've ever heard you speak.
Better than our fishing trips.
Oh.
Better than the fishing trips. Many years.
Okay, we'll move back to our regularly scheduled agenda. So item E, consent agenda.
Okay. We have 5 items on the consent agenda this evening for adoption. If no members of council want to pull any for separate consideration, I would ask for a motion to adopt consent agenda items number 1 through 5.
Make a motion to adopt the consent agenda, excuse me, make a motion to approve consent So moved.
That's easier.
Councilman Russo, would you like to second?
Sure, second.
Okay, on the adoption of the consent agenda, Councilwoman Foster.
Yes.
Councilman Anacone.
Yes.
Councilwoman Lindsay.
Yes.
Councilman Umbriak.
Yes.
Councilman Russo.
Yes.
And Council President Polipchuk.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you for coming.
Okay. I guess we'll wait a minute for everyone to leave.
Have a good St. Patty's Day. Yep, I'll be there.
Easy night, easy pay.
Easy night. There. Well, there goes our crowd. Yep. Yeah.
Okay, at this time, I will open the floor for a public hearing on any matter. When called upon, please approach the microphone, state your name and address, and limit your comments to 3 minutes or less. Be advised that any derogatory comments targeting members of council and/or administration may be ruled out of order.
Mr. Byrne?
Good evening. My name is Bill Byrne. I live at 100 Franklin Street, Morristown. Well, I didn't go empty-handed in 2025, but just want to let you know I got something to share for everybody on the town council and the people in the community. I have actually just won last year, 2025. Gotta turn it. The Lifetime Achievement Award that's given to a self-advocate, he or she, who demonstrates the hard work and self-advocacy. So I am the winner of the Lifetime Achievement Award for self-advocacy, for all the work that I put in every day and every night. And so I like to pass this around to show this to the town council. So 2025, I didn't go empty-handed. Came back with something. So,
Congratulations, Bill.
thank you.
Good job, Bill.
That was Councilman Russo.
Any other members of the public who'd like to speak to the council?
Kristen, just in time?
All right, seeing none, we'll close the public portion of the meeting. Council response to the comments?
Congratulations, Bill.
Yep, congratulations, Bill. Thanks for sharing your good news with us.
Congratulations, Bill.
Yeah, Mr. Burns, you hear it, but you're a great self-advocate, and it's a testament to everything you do, so congratulations.
We appreciate you, Bill. Keep up the good work.
All right. Reports of mayor and town officials. Ms. Barrick?
Good evening, council members and members of the public. For events from last week, on Saturday, February 14th, we had the Cupid's Chase 5K, which began and finished at 150 Speedwell Avenue. I'm sure it was a successful event. Upcoming events, tomorrow, Wednesday, February 18th, we have the mayor's Q&A with the seniors in the senior center. That's always a good time. I think it's at 12 o'clock. And Tuesday, February 24th at 7 p.m., that's next week, we have Morristown On Stage Live at MPAC. Tickets are on sale at mayoarts.org. Monday, March 2nd, from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. is the Taste of Morristown at the Westin Governor Morristown. Tickets can be purchased at tasteofmorristown.org, and that is to support the Rotary. Friday, March 6th at 6 p.m. Is the Grand Marshal reception for the St. Patrick's Day Parade. It's at Mansion at Mountain Lakes. Tickets can be purchased at paradeday.com. And then lastly, March 12th, 13th, 14th, and 15th, Morristown High School presents their spring musical, Fiddler on the Roof, and tickets for that can be purchased at mhstix.com. That's mhstix.com. And I'm sure that'll be great. And that's all I've got.
All right, thank you, Ms. Barrett. All right, we'll move on to other presentations and reports. We have the Shade Tree Commission presentation on invasive species ordinance amendment. So Ms. Ace, thank you for joining us tonight.
Oh, thank you for having me. I'm Kristen Ace. I'm here representing the Shade Tree Commission. Mayor Doherty has asked me to brief you on the invasive species ordinance amendment that the Shade Tree Commission will be presenting for your consideration at the next council meeting. We have added the qualification emerging invasive to the ordinance. In 2019, the Town Council voted unanimously to support the invasive species ordinance presented by the Shade Tree Commission. We ask that the ordinance be passed because of the devastation we encountered by invasive species in our public town parks. Invasive means that it does not belong here, and it cannot be contained in any way. It detracts from our ecosystem. It is a destructive force by crowding out native species that are important contributors to our native ecosystem. We are asking now to further enhance that ordinance to include emerging invasive species because they will become as destructive as the current invasive species right now. Invasive and emerging invasive species lists are created by state, regional, and federal authorities. We give examples of those lists on our Town Shade Tree Commission page, and also they will be included in the ordinance to guide people. Our neighbors in New York and Pennsylvania follow this protocol. Governor Murphy, before he left office, signed an invasive species bill, which includes emerging invasives. However, that bill will not go into effect for up to 4 years. And in that time, anything that is deemed emerging will very easily become invasive, and we want to prevent that. It costs a great deal of time, energy, and money to remediate the damages from invasives that have already taken hold in our public spaces. So expanding the ordinance to cover emerging invasives prevents future damage. What we do for our native environment today becomes our legacy. And that legacy we hand down to our children and our grandchildren. And it is our desire to hand them a healthy, thriving native environment. Do you have any questions on the ordinance change or on invasives or anything else for me?
I have one stupid question.
It's
Do they
probably
sell
not stupid.
invasives in emerging
Yes.
species?
Invasive species and
so-
emerging invasives will be sold for the next 4 years.
So, in this ordinance that you're proposing, are we saying that the local greenhouses?
Agways, and, yeah, Home Depot.
Can't sell it?
There are some that
Because, let me tell you, well, I'll tell you guys a story. I get my house landscaped last year. I invite Kristen over. That bush, they're gone now. But I paid for them, I put them in, and then I had to take them out.
Yeah.
You know?
I also
Go
reached
ahead.
out to Bush's Landscaping, and the
Oh,
other
no,
thing
no,
that we
let's
can...
not mention any names.
Okay, well, we can reach out to landscaping companies and let them know we have this ordinance in our town. But it is now statewide. It's not just Morristown who has this ordinance anymore. It is a state law. But for the next 4 years, they can sell off their stock. That's why it's going to take 4 years for this to fully go into effect. Now, some are automatically banned. Bamboo, Japanese barberry. Some of the ones that are automatically, that everyone knows are bad, those are immediate. But emergings, they're gonna take time because the state has to now research what New York is doing, what Pennsylvania is doing, what our New Jersey strike team is doing. They have to get those lists, they have to research that, and then they have to come up with a list for New Jersey. So there's a list automatic that's done. But emerging invasives are gonna come later because they've got a lot of work to do.
So, Ms. Ace, can you just clarify, though, the ordinance that you're proposing for the town doesn't include a ban on sale, is that correct?
No, because it's law. So after 4 years, or however long it takes the state to come up with the list, they will be banned for sale, for sure.
All right, so the proposed ordinance is just preventing someone from installing it, planting it, not installing, but planting it and cultivating it within private property, public property? What is
Both.
it? Okay.
Both, because the reason why it's called invasive is if you plant it at your house and you think, oh, I'm just putting it in a container, that's nowhere near our forests. There's not such a thing. It will be carried by birds, bees, insects, wind, and it will end up in our forests. Just to give you an example of what can happen, certainly we know Foots Pond, right? Foots Pond was a place that we had 14 people visiting a week. And then as it transformed into a native, true New Jersey forest, we now have hundreds of people coming a week all over Morris County. The forests up in, oh, good gracious, Jockey Hollow. Last year, it was deemed a dead forest. So those hundreds of acres of forest do not, they can't support any native life at all. It's a dead wasteland of forestry. And that's what can happen. And that happens because someone put a Japanese barberry over here so the deer wouldn't eat it. And then we have hundreds of thousands of Japanese barberry through the forests that then the forest system spends hundreds of thousands or millions of dollars to do controlled burns to try to kill them, to try to bring back the forest floor. It's serious.
Any other questions from council?
No, but if we can, I think you're going the same place I'm going. Why not also put in there that we're going to ban the sale within our town? Because what's happens is people go, they're going to buy a bush and you're going to throw it in. You don't know what you're throwing in. And then should come, Kirsty or one of the people come jogging by and let you know that you got that bush. I mean, what's,
Yes, they all do.
I mean, I think it's, Ms. Minichella, maybe you can opine on it, but I think it's going to be a little bit difficult when there's.
because it's
I would,
superseded by state law.
yeah, I would wonder, I would have to do a little research to see if it's preempted by state. If state law is giving the opportunity to sell off what they have, and then we restrict it further, we may be in a preemption situation. I'd have to look at that more
Well,
closely.
One of the things too is there's not many places that sell plants within Morristown itself. Agway, South Street Gardens, they're all in the township, so.
Well, the sale is not what we're asking for. We're asking to ban the
People
planting of.
Planting,
And,
yeah.
and if someone goes outside and does that,
Or you can buy stuff online. If
Sure.
if I wanted to buy anything, I can go online pretty much, so.
sure, but it's still
Or
illegal to
trees.
plant in
But you can grow-
Morristown.
You can buy trees
I
online,
bought trees online.
yeah.
Yeah, but, you know, since 2019, all invasives, according to the websites that we use, are illegal. This helps also remind people, as planting season comes up, that the butterfly bushes that they love to plant are illegal to plant. And those are definitely on the immediate list of what the state is looking at. The emerging, the reason why emerging has come up is because those plants come in through zoning and planning. Because they're easy for developers to throw in all these grasses that they're not native, but they're not invasive yet either, but they're on the emerging list. And then they will become, in our town, a problem that we have to handle in our parks and our forests. And then the money and the time, and Ms. Barrett can, verify how much time it takes to get rid of just a tiny section of invasives.
Any other questions?
Thank you for the education.
Yeah, thank you all. We appreciate you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Kristen.
All right, we'll move on to council liaison reports, and so I don't forget Councilman Russo on the phone. Would you like to go first for your report on the planning board?
Sure, thank you, Council President. So right now, the next meeting will be, as of now, February 26th, next Thursday, but there's nothing on the agenda yet, so it's been pretty quiet so far. Thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Lindsay?
Good evening. I really don't have a report, but I do want to report that the Marion Sauer Center had programs for the seniors today, and they had so many different.
Ms. Lindsay, can you just move the mic down a little bit? Okay, there. Just pull the whole thing down.
Oh, wow. Like a snake.
There you go.
You're
Right next
worse.
to your face.
Anyway, they had the zoo paw there today. They had the they was doing a lot of things that a lot of seniors didn't get to know about it because they didn't send out flyers, and most of them don't look on the website. So I'm hoping that they do it again. I'm going to stay on it.
Thank you.
It's a good program.
Councilman Umbriak.
Yes, thank you. The Morristown Partnership met on Wednesday, February 11th. They agreed to renew with their power washing vendor Under Pressure for 3 years with considerations for, at an additional cost, gum removal from the sidewalks and ground floor window cleaning. This is scheduled to begin on March 30th and will take place on Monday and Tuesday nights. An electrical box was damaged during snow removal on South Street and will cost about $10,000 to replace. The Shade Tree Commission and the partnership have agreed that the partnership will now include $1,500 in their budget for trees in the business district. Kristen left, but wanted to shout her out there. And then a new business is going to be moving into town where Stack Creamery was located over on Washington Street, over by the courthouse, called Point 5. They have another location in Chester and will offer alcohol-free specialty beverages and mixers. And their next meeting with the partnership is scheduled for Wednesday, March 11th. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Umbriak. And Mr. Silva's excused, so we'll move on. We'll move on to the regular business.
Okay, we have one ordinance for introduction this evening, and that's ordinance number O-3-2026, an ordinance of the town of Morristown and the county of Morris, state of New Jersey, amending compensation for certain management/non-union positions in the town of Morristown, New Jersey, and amending all ordinances concerning such compensation heretofore adopted.
Motion to introduce ordinance number O-03-2026.
Second.
Any comments or questions from council? On the introduction of ordinance O-3-2026, Councilwoman Foster.
Yes.
Councilman Iannacone.
Yes.
Councilwoman Lindsay.
Yes.
Councilman Umbriak.
Yes.
Councilman Russo.
Yes.
And Council President Polipchuk.
Yes.
Motion carries. Ordinance O-3-2026 has been adopted properly by title and will be considered further after a public hearing on March 10th. There are no ordinances for adoption. There are two resolutions for adoption, resolutions number 59 and 60. Unless council would like to consider them separately, I would ask for a motion to adopt those two resolutions.
Motion to adopt resolutions 59 and 60.
Second.
Okay, on the adoption of those resolutions, Councilwoman Foster.
Yes.
Councilman Iannacone.
Yes.
Councilwoman Lindsay.
Yes.
Councilman Umbriak.
Yes.
Councilman Russo.
Yes.
Council President Polipchuk.
Yes.
Motion carries.
All right, we have no unfinished old business, and we have no new business, so I'm making a motion to adjourn.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Meeting adjourned.